And at 3-1, having won 3 in a row, scoring over 38 points in consecutive weeks for the first time since 1991.
Well, they scored 38, not over 38.
Okay, over 37.
There you go.
38 or more.
There you go.
A lot of points.
80 points in the last 2 weeks.
First time since 1991, which was a pretty good year.
I love not watching Ron Rivera-led Commanders football.
How awesome
it's
was
actually exciting
How
and
awesome
fun
was
to
it
watch.
to see Dan Quinn just fired up after a defensive stop?
Yeah,
and
he gets excited.
And the guys are coming off the field, and he's going, great effing jobs, high five. And I've never saw from Ron.
Ron is just
Maybe early.
I
but
mean, I think you saw some of it, but they
was-
lost a lot of
you
games.
didn't see a lot of it.
Ron on the sidelines was borderline catatonic.
Yeah.
Like you could barely tell he was alive. Arms folded, stoic,
He was so
very
bad.
little emotion.
He was so checked out.
Nice man. Bad coach.
Ron-
Even worse personnel guy.
I'm sorry. Ron talk needs to be banned. New era. Moving
I'm kinda
past
with you.
it.
And
I know, but we're scarred
I'm kind of
by
the
it.
same way with RG3 talk. Like RG3. That's
He's irrelevant.
a dozen years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
With
that's
with-
like 10 quarterbacks
Ron's
ago.
irrelevant. RG3's irrelevant.
Yeah.
New era.
All about Jaden.
Jaden time.
Jaden all the time.
with Jaden Daniels playing as he has played, with the team at 3-1, with all the points that goes back to 1991, the last time they've scored this many points in back-to-back weeks. Are they a legit playoff team? Are they the division favorite?
Well, they're definitely a legit playoff team now.
I think
Okay.
they're kind of
Division
the favorite
favorite,
right
I
now.
think they're probably, maybe they're still slightly behind Dallas or Philly. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the odds.
We haven't seen them head-to-head yet.
Yeah, I want to see how they fare
But
against those
when you're
teams.
3-1, yeah, you're definitely a playoff, contender. 100%.
Dallas looks like a mess. I know they got a win against the Giants, but they were fortunate there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Eagles, they just
look like
haven't
a
been
mess.
right. Like there was talk last year, after after being so good Sirianni's first year,
Mm-hmm.
there was talk last year that Sirianni could get canned, and supposedly there's some sort of rift between him and Jalen Hurts. I don't know what's true or not, but Hurts last year threw a bunch of interceptions. Now, like I said, he had 38 total touchdowns because of the tush push, whatever. But he seems to be still throwing interceptions, fumbling the ball. There's a turnover problem there. And they've got a bunch of injuries.
Getting back to the Cowboys before we go to the calls, have you looked at their schedule over the next month?
It ain't
Three-
easy.
3 of 4 on the road, at the Steelers, home to the Lions, at the Niners, at the Falcons.
Yeah.
And
you
what
can't,
about our schedule?
I mean,
much easier.
all I know is home to the Browns is next. I know they're playing the Panthers in that stretch.
The
That's
Bears,
also at home.
Ravens.
The Bears.
The Bears and the
They have to
Ravens
play the
game,
Ravens.
which might
the
be
Giants.
flexed.
Really, the only one where
Advantage
we're
Commanders.
decided underdogs, I think, are the Ravens. Is the Ravens game
With a game lead, yeah. I mean, look, the division just isn't as daunting as it usually is, and you just pointed out why.
The Commanders have are tied with the Cowboys for the second best odds to win the division at plus 240. The
There you
Eagles are plus 110.
Schedule
All right,
is so
the
important.
Eagles
It really
slightly-
is.
Schedule, and Scott Abraham pointed this out yesterday. I didn't realize this. Over the next month, they don't leave the state of Maryland to play a game because their only road game
Baltimore.
is at Baltimore. No travel over the next month. That's
It
good.
didn't hurt them in Arizona.
That didn't
Literally,
hurt, but it's
they couldn't roll out a better start than what they have right
pretty
now.
good looking start.
The Commanders right now to make the playoffs, yes, is plus 115. No, minus 140.
Oh, minus 140?
So they're still favored to not make the playoffs.
Slightly
Correct.
favored to not make
Slightly,
the
though.
That's crazy.
It's basically a coin flip.
I mean, I get it, but it seems
People still expect Philly to win the division. Remember, it's
Yeah.
probably changed this week, but last week we did a similar poll, and Philly garnered about 65% of the votes.
we have to listen. I don't care what happens. We have to beat the Bears. We got to
Gotta beat
destroy
Caleb.
Well, you gotta
gotta
beat-
beat Caleb Williams.
We got to beat Caleb. I cannot lose to Caleb.
I will say what the Commanders have that Philly doesn't have: health.
Yeah.
So
Health.
far,
So far, health.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
critical.
can you really back a Philly team that's just so banged up and their weapons are neutralized because of injury?
It is the Jahan Dawson
But
revenge game.
They should be back to 100%, pretty close after their bye week. That should help them. Who are they playing out of that bye?
They get the Browns at home,
Oh, there you go.
then back-to-back on the road at the Giants, at the Bengals, and then they've got a soft landing spot first week in November, home to the Jags.
Yeah, so they should be fine, assuming those receivers are back.
I would love to know what Quinn sees in the film when he said to the guys, "Hey, we're unacceptable first few weeks on defense, but you're not as far off as you think."
I mean,
What is he seeing?
When I heard, I was
don't know what
thinking,
he's seeing.
no, I was thinking of just some of those St. Juice plays.
He might just
like
be,
St. Juice gave up a couple of touchdowns where he's right there.
He's probably
True.
just being positive too.
Yeah, that could
No, he must be seeing something.
keeping
though.
the troops
Yeah,
motivated.
I mean,
Jason.
like the
I mean,
coverage
he's-
isn't. At times it's been bad, but at times it's.
I agree with that.
It's like the guy's right there, but just a better throw.
And I also think we were right there on Baker. I said it right after the game. 4 or 5 times, normally Baker would have been sacked, but he wiggled his way out of there.
Give him credit. I mean, he was adept at finding his way out of pressure in week 1.
We didn't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that the defense would be this bad. We
No.
thought it'd be better.
No,
Marginally
I always
better.
think they're going to be better.
Yeah.
And they
so
always
that
disappoint
kind
me.
of surprised us the first 3 weeks.
Yesterday, I was stunned by the defensive performance.
But the way the
Stunned.
offense is playing, if the defense can just be 20th ranked in
Yeah.
the
But
NFL,
the way the offense
you're a
is
playoff
playing,
team.
if you could force 3 punts, you can almost
was-
count on a dub.
I was stunned by the defense because the first drive, it looked like everything we'd seen
Yeah.
leading up. And I was like, oh, well, here we
Looked
go.
like a horror show.
Now we're in for 30-plus, like it's going to be another shootout.
My leg
And
of the
it turned
parlay
into
hit.
a blowout.
I couldn't
My
believe
leg of the parlay
sacks.
hit because I said just take the top receiver
Yeah.
against
It's generally
Washington's
solid plan.
defense, and it happened, boom, in a couple minutes.
I couldn't believe some of the sacks Kyler was taking. I couldn't believe he didn't take off and run more. I was just stunned by it.
Well,
I
Sarah
was too.
said that he was
He
not
looked
even
like a
throwing to
deer in
open
headlights.
receivers.
Yeah.
He looked terrible.
He looked terrible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think
After the first
I think
drive, he
Cliff
looked
dialed
terrible.
up some schemes
did.
and he talked to his
Seeing
defense.
some ghosts.
He was also he's missing a safety blanket in Trey McBride. He loves throwing the ball to him in the short and intermediate. He missed. No, that's not an excuse for not like.
Well, they
you gotta
should have
take-
another guy that
he-
can do the
Well,
same.
he also has to know, like he's been in the league long enough. He can't sit back there and pat the ball and wait for the pass rush to just.
I couldn't believe some of the sacks we were getting.
He's
Yeah,
not
I
that
didn't
believe
good.
it.
He's okay.
He's.
He's been a disappointment.
I'd say he's better than okay, but he's not. I wouldn't put
He's
him
hit
as
or
top
miss
tier.
is what he is.
No,
Yeah,
he's not
he's
even
like-
close to top tier.
If you ranked all the quarterbacks, he's like 15.
He's middle of the pack.
Okay. Let's go to Adonis. What a name, Cakes.
Man,
Adonis.
you better be handsome if your name's Adonis. You
Yeah,
can't be fugly.
Yeah, you're not a big pig, are you, Adonis?
Good morning, junkies. First off, happy Victory Monday. I am
That means
young.
yes.
Yeah.
You're
We
kind of
can put a
gross,
dub
right?
Under our belts, okay. I've been a fan
Stop
of
listening.
Washington since I was 4 years old. When Sean Taylor was around, when he first came to DC, rest in peace to him. Now I'm 24 years old now. God, that makes me sound old. And I have not been this excited to be a Washington fan in like ever. Basically, I can
Yeah.
think back to just RG3, but you know what? Move over RG3 because Jaden is taking over. Okay. I mean, let's talk about him for a second. Like, not only is he leading the league in completion percentage, he has the highest completion percentage through the first 4 games. Even higher than Gio Smith and Tom Brady. Okay. Now that we're 3-1, and with our schedule that's coming up, I do believe we have a playoff chance. I do believe that we are a contender for the division easily.
All right, thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Adonis.
Thank you, dreamy, handsome Adonis.
There's no chance
That
he's
wouldn't
dreamy
answer
or
our
handsome.
question.
I mean, there's a 0% chance he's dreamy or handsome.
The guy was on a mission.
Yeah, he was.
24, though. That's the exact same age as Kelsey, who texted me during the game. Can't believe what I'm watching. Hasn't been this fun watching a game in years. Jaden so smooth and effortless. Shocked by the defense. 24-year-olds haven't had a lot.
Why didn't she fly out to
to
State Farm
love.
Stadium? She's like an hour plane flight away. She could have gone and seen it in person. Hung out
That's-
with all the Comms
That's
fans
the
out there in
only
Arizona.
time we go out west, right? I think that's it. Yeah.
I think that's their furthest trip of the
we
year.
don't play Seattle or anything. Let's go to Tyler in Ashton. Tyler, what's up?
Hey, fellas. So, first-time caller. Want to give a shout-out to my father-in-law, Ron, who's definitely listening right now. I tailed your parlay over the weekend, by the way, and I made $1,500 off a couple other bets. So, thank you guys
Wow.
for the touchdown parlay. I had a Terry anytime at halftime, and then I took Terry for the 6th touchdown just because I had a couple bucks to play with, and that's all because of you guys. So keep throwing those anytime touchdown parlays out.
Well, we didn't hit the parlay.
Glad you hit, sir.
We hit legs of the parlay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And
I think we hit 4 out of 5.
Don't
There you
attack.
go.
Please don't attack our producers because they took a plus 300 play. It's okay. It's all good. Parlays are hard to hit.
We don't care.
It's all good.
Do your own plays.
Yeah.
Don't.
I don't care who picks what. It means nothing to me. I don't think about it. It doesn't matter. If we win, I'm sorry.
I just felt bad the guys are attacking Drab and Valdez
I
for
never
the
feel
2-2
bad.
Atwell pick.
They attack me more. I never feel bad when
Don't
you
feel
get
bad
attacked.
for us. We're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Those guys are idiots for tailing us and then trying to blame us.
Let's go to Mo.
Well, he said he won, though.
Yeah, somehow he won. He
So
picked the
maybe-
right ones.
Yeah, maybe he
He
held that
picked
one
the
out.
right ones.
Yeah, maybe just said looked at 2-2 Atwell. Said I'm not putting that in the mix. I'm gonna go with the others. We'll see.
Mo, what's up, buddy?
Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
What do you
got to
think?
believe we absolutely are a contender. And if you look at what we're successful at, it travels. I mean, we play physical football. We're winning in the trenches. We establish the run, and then play actions going over the top with a mobile, accurate quarterback. Absolutely, we're a contender. We have the highest level of quarterback play within the division, and I believe the defense is starting to figure it out. I mean, I'm not sold on them yet, but they're starting to mesh. And if you look at the tests that they've been given over the first couple weeks, I mean, these are legitimate quarterbacks that they're going up against. Granted, Daniel Jones, he's suspect, but he's mobile, and he had a legitimate weapon who proved to be a weapon. And I think they're starting to figure it out. But moving forward, I absolutely like our chances, man. And keep in mind, we're starting to become a destination. So with regards to, acquisitions from free agents and so forth, people are going to want to come here. Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah,
All
Mo,
right,
and
thanks,
following up
buddy.
on that, the Commanders have hit on the rarest thing in all of the NFL. A guy on a rookie deal, a quarterback on a rookie deal making little money relatively, where now they can spend a bunch of money on the rest of the roster to upgrade around him.
Yep.
Well, they've
They
also
found their unicorn.
They've also just hit on some of these free agents, like the kicker find.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just brilliant. Bringing Noah Brown in, brilliant. Bringing Oz in, he's been helpful.
Yep. The depth is better. The depth when the starters go down, when Eckler goes down, McNichols, you're in, you're next man up, produces.
They've patched together an offensive line that's shocked people.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting coached up, though.
Right.
They're getting coached up.
The coaching can't be overstated.
it can't
the
be.
coaching is
I mean,
so much better.
It's been huge,
It's markedly
especially on the
better.
offensive side.
Yeah.
Coaching matters, but the quarterback
Yeah,
matters the
well,
most.
quarterback's definitely
been
matters.
unreal.
It's definitely
Quarterback's been
hugely
unreal.
important.
He's been
No,
unreal.
but it goes hand in hand with a coordinator that knows your strengths and can put you out there and get positive plays. I mean, that's huge. If Eric Bieniemy is here, he ain't as good.
No.
I'm sorry, he's just not.
Well, he's currently ruining UCLA right now.
Well, they got a lot of issues, but yeah.
By the way, this is a side note. Can you imagine Jaden Daniels' agent with all the endorsement deals?
yeah.
He's like, hold on, I got to put you on hold. Oh, there's another call. Another corporate titan wants Jaden to endorse a product. Oh, I got to put you on hold. I got another call. I mean, the world is that kid's oyster. Good for him.